this Jeskai Drakes list I posted a 5 recently. I've changed some cards around, but still seems pretty sweet. This doesn't have any cantrips, but we have some early interaction. Kind of want to keep this. We have a lot of cantrips to draw into anyway. This is like a very good interactive hand, but doesn't have much in the way of like proactive cards. Okay, Freed. I might take a look at that. Emma normally knows her stuff quite well. Charter course, sure. Do I have a link for the Golgari deck I love? If you check out my article, it is here. You can also find it in Stream Decker. If you go to my Stream Decker, it will be like the second most recent list. Sadly, Deafening Clarion seems very bad in the mirror. I have to imagine having Clarions and such instead of Phoenixes hurts a lot in the mirror. So the flip side is we have a million Niv-Mizzets. Alright, that's not bad. Fire this off. In case we find Discovery. If we find Discovery, you just want to cast it right now. This kills a Drake and a Phoenix. I think this is actually kind of interesting to me. It doesn't keep our wheels spinning, which is sad, but I think it's a good card to keep. Just like solid interaction. Yeah, Lava Coil seems very good against their deck. Agreed. Kill a Drake or kill a Phoenix. Either's great. Obviously it's a bit sad to like 2-for-1 yourself off the Drake, but if it's a big Drake. It's hard to know when to cast it. Honestly, I think your life total matters enough in this matchup that I'd be tempted just to like fire it off fairly early. I don't know if that's correct though. I've not played a huge amount with the Drake's decks, and I've definitely not played a mirror with them before, so... Alright, having a Drake down is nice if they don't have a coil of their own. Start pressuring them. Also just blocks Phoenix as well. Ooh. Sure, I am okay with you shocking my Drake twice. Deal. I guess you've got to deal with it somehow. Oh yeah, you definitely want to kill the Electromancer if you can. Electromancer is scary. Agreed on that note. Oh, they have a third Radiquider. Interesting. Let's just get this out of play. I guess maybe I meant to wait. If they play a Phoenix, I get to like clean up the Phoenix and answer the Electromancer with the one Clarion. This was maybe a mistake. Now I can coil the Phoenix, which is also nice. Play mono blue and tap the Electromancer every turn until they concede. Oh my god. Like a tiny bit awkward using the Lava Coil there, because like the Lava Coil answers Drakes and Clarion doesn't, but we have a Beacon Bolt, so I'm not too worried. they return another Phoenix here, I get to Clarion them, which works out nicely for us. We even get to give our Drake lifelink. No! Such heartbreak. Alright, cast my Shadow Course. This is a nice one. Let's just get rid of a Clarion. Keep draking. Hey friend. How you doing? He's so grumpy. Yeah, that's the impression I've got, Kay. Looking at the list. That's definitely the impression I got. Upsides and downsides, right? It's a smile. It's kind of a grumpy smile. I don't know. I guess we're beacon bolting this turn and discovering. Graveyard, library, beacon bolt. I could dig for a dive down here. Did we 5-0? No, we went 3-0 into 3-2. I think I maybe threw the match in the mirror. We were really close to winning the mirror. We had 3 super tight games against Mono Blue in match 3. Ended up just being like a bit short. I guess this is probably worth 2 life. We can find a dive down, which is really nice. Graveyard. Graveyard. Or a second Niv-Mizzet. Alright, if they have another Crackling Drake, we're in a bit of trouble. Obviously, if they have a maximized velocity, we're just dead. But our hand is powerful. I have a beacon bolt in the yard for our Niv-Mizzet, so I would like to find dive down at some point. I guess I'm just casting this. I could Clarion both their Electromancers, which is appealing. I kind of want to use my mana efficiently, though, is the thing. So, like, next turn when they play a Drake alongside their Beacon Bolt, we get to go Lava Coil plus Clarion this way. Or Beacon Bolt plus Clarion. Dive down. Oh. Grumble, grumble, grumble. So unlucky. Salt, salt, salt. Alright. Niv-Mizzet down. Put us to 7. Interesting. We can just cast Niv-Mizzet here, right, and hold up Opt, and if they go to kill the Niv-Mizzet, we get to kill an Electromancer. That sounds interesting to me. This might be greedy. This might be a bit greedy. But it's possible I'm just meant to Clarion them, I'm pretty far ahead. But I think the fact that this takes out an Electromancer for free, if they manage to kill our Niv-Mizzet, is pretty appealing. Or if they cast anything, really. Opt kills one. Oh, you're right, Pancake. It kills one by itself. It does. Jeez, Opt is just great here, huh? Right, so we draw a card. We ping this. We cast our Opt. We look for a dive down. We have 4 dive downs in our deck at the moment. Which is kind of absurd. Oh wait, they need another... I'm stupid. They're lava coiling it. I could have killed the Electromancer. I am really silly. Oh well. This still worked out. We drew a shock to kill the Electromancer and draw a card. Which is fine. I'm very silly. I could have killed this for free and kept a shock in hand, though I'd probably still want to cycle the shock anyway. So it probably didn't end up mattering too much. Jeez, this deck is sweet. Just like mono Niv-Mizzet. We're up a lot of cards on that exchange, Prometheus. I don't know the exact number, but it's a large quantity. They didn't find another Phoenix. They've been really unlucky with Phoenixes this game, must be said. Cast my Niv-Mizzet. Cast Discovery. We have 3 in the main deck and 1 in the board. Kind of regretting not having 4 in the main deck right now. Nice. Cool. We have found our Drakes successfully. I'll say that much. Oh, this is great. Shaw resolves. We're still gonna die somehow, but it's worth it. How are they just not finding Phoenixes? They have 3 Phoenixes in the bottom 18 cards. It's like completely absurd. Cool. That was a game. Got these Clarions. We are 1-0 in games, Mason. A superb record. Bring in the 4th Niv-Mizzet. Apparently. I'll probably take out the velocity in this matchup, just bring in more removal. It's a 100% win rate. I don't think I want these. They're going to have lots of removal in their deck. Hey there, Zyla. Good to see you. Right, is there anything else we want to board out for, like, any of these 3? The Murmuring Mystic is not bad, but... The shocks aren't great, but they do kill Electromancer, which is, pretty relevant. You like the young Firemind. Yeah, I think I really want the Bacon Bolt too. This doesn't die to Coil, that's true. Do we just want to, like, cut some Enigma Drakes? Since they're only gonna die anyway? I feel like we're the control deck in this matchup. Our deck's just bigger than theirs, right? Like, with 4 Niv-Mizzet. No shocks. Killing Electromancer feels really important to me. Maybe I'm being silly. Like, maybe the game goes so long, but... I'm just gonna cut some Drakes. Let's try this out. I could also see just like having a couple Clarions left in. Like we didn't see a Phoenix game that game. But we have the coils and seal ways for Phoenix, so I'm not too worried. God, I love Niv-Mizzet too much. Niv-Mizzet makes me so happy. It is a very big swing, that is true. I think I want to keep this. We've got the Charter Course on too. Obviously this hand doesn't do much yet, but Charter Course smooths out a lot of problems. Alright, put this in tapped. Nice draw, pairs of our dive down nicely. Now we have an answer to an Electromancer too. Let's see what we can find here. Having an answer to opposing Nivs is really important. Oh, because of the deal 5, yeah. I didn't think of that. The deal 5 on the on the research is really important against Niv-Mizzets. You're correct, Lewin. I might just need to bring it in on that basis. Just because that card is so scary. Sorry, Niv-Mizzet. I don't mean to call you scary, but you know how it is. I kind of want to shock this first, because if they dive down, it might change what I want to keep off the Charter Course. Niv is cuddly, not scary. I mean, I agree, but doesn't mean our opponent agrees. Alright, Crackling Drake on 4, build our way up to this Niv-Miz. Oh geez, Lewin, that's absurd. Research is like a really hard card to assess, because like, it looks kind of mopey and slow, but I could also see it just taking over the game. In like, long games. For sure. Alright. Second dive down, awkward. Fair to say. They have another Phoenix in the RGs. Hopefully they don't opt this turn. That would be scary. If they can set up an opt to bring back the second Phoenix. We do get to block one of them. So it's not like the end of the world. Alright, that's a nice draw. Now we just have 2 dive downs up. I don't know if I meant to hold back or not. I kind of want to attack, because like this blocks Phoenixes anyway. With the Niv-Miz in hand, we're kind of like in the controlling position, but we don't know they don't have a Niv-Miz either, so I guess I'm just going to be aggressive here. Honestly, if they have a Niv-Miz, it's probably game over. With them having a Beacon Bolt in the yard for our 1. I'm just going to save this. We have a 1 dive down left anyway. Oh wow. Alright, I get to keep 2 5/4s in play and then slam a Niv-Mizzet once, like, hitting them to very little. This seems great for me. Just gonna be very aggressive over this. That's fair, Lewin. I don't know, I think there's like some value to being aggressive from the perspective of if they have a Niv-Mizzet, we're in a lot of trouble. And, like, getting in the extra damage matters from that perspective. But maybe you're right. Anyway, this has worked out nicely. The free damage is mattering here, right? Really adding up with our Drakes. I mean, I'm tapping out for the Niv-Mizzet this turn anyway, so I'm not able to protect it this turn regardless. And if they go to kill my Niv-Mizzet, they're so likely to just die to my Drakes. Yeah, opponent's just conceded anyway, so. Sick. Niv-Mizzet. How is Niv-Mizzet a real Magic card? I love this big derpy dragon too much. Conceded before we could show the 4th Niv-Mizzet. Oh my god. I'm gonna keep this. This is what we in the business call going third. How can we play Niv in Modern and have it not be terrible? Niv in Vintage must be the truth, right? Alright. So there you go. Vintage Niv. Can you imagine Oath of Druidsing into a Niv-Mizzet with like Force of Will backup? That sounds delightful, I think is the word. So I guess I just want to kill this now to cut them off potential Wizard's Lightning. You're pretty far behind right now, I'm not gonna lie. Jeez, that just sounds so gross. Oath into Niv-Mizzet. Means you don't have to play like white in your Oath deck either for like a Dromoka or whatever. But I'm pretty out of it on knowing what goes in the Oath deck, so I'm not gonna lie, as I've probably just shown. Not kept up with Vintage very much. Niv-Mizzet with Brainstorm, holy cow, that's a lot. That is a lot. Motor is lagging, I might need to restart it in a minute. It's lagging pretty badly. I guess I've been playing for like over 6 hours now. Kind of not in a great position here. I almost just feel like I have to find Clarion. So I'm just going to ditch both of these. Yeah, I agree. Bottom anything that's not Clarion. Hey there, Sadie. Good to see you. Come on, Clarion, please. Come on, if we draw a Clarion, this game is like so over. If we don't draw a Clarion, we are almost certainly dead. Yeah, we can't just tap out for the Crackling Drake, right? We just die to anything. Alright. Clarion. Clarion. Grump, grump, grump. So if I find a shock, I take 1, 2, 4, 5. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Still not technically dead on board, I guess. Only dead in our hearts. Need them to have, like... They can't even have 2 lands. They've missed that land drop. We need them to have 2 frenzies in hand and draw the 3rd frenzy, I guess. Concede before they see what we're on. Alright. I'm looking forward to having the 4th Clarion in my deck. Assume we want Seal Away. Assume we want Lava Coil. I assume we want Murmuring Mystic. Because it doesn't die to Lava Coils. Beacon Bolt seems not great. It doesn't really answer anything. Seems like kind of expensive. Take out the Search, cut out Niv-Mizzet. Cut out the Velocity. Maybe cut out a Dive Down. Something like this. You think they're going to know that Crackling Drake is in our deck? They might have figured that one out. Quite possibly. Alright. I'm going to be back in about 1 minute. %, win rate when we play a lit Niv, 0% when we don't. That is an accurate description of the game so far. Sorry, just responding to something. Yeah, that makes sense, Luan. That makes sense. Honestly, I wonder if a Jeskai list even wants maximized velocity. I feel like it's a lot worse in this list than in the blue-red ones. Just because you're like much bigger, right? You have Niv-Mizzets, you have Clarions, etc. I want to dump this, give my Enigma Drake some power so I can maybe gain life on the first attack. And then keep the land so I can guarantee go Drake into Drake. If they don't play enough creatures for the Clarion to be good. On 4. Alright. I'm just going to play this out. Kind of forced Clarion next turn to make sure that doesn't become a 4-4. Regardless of what happens, but... Oh, red. No, you're right. I'm being silly. Sorry, it's been a long stream. I missed that completely. You're very correct. I really don't want to Clarion just that 2-2 is the problem. But... if I don't, this is such a big risk of becoming a 4-4 next turn. And then we can't really remove it because we took out Bacon Bolts. Dispersal next turn. We cannot cast the Dispersal, alas. Would that we could. I guess I'm just going to cast this. This might be a spew, but we have like 3 other Clarions in our deck and a lot of cards to dig for them. I just really don't want them having a 4/4. So... Alright, this is scary. Can I ever get the Drake down first to deal damage as soon as possible, or I can play Mystic first? I guess I play the Drake first, right? Because I'm not getting burbs this turn anyway. And this gets in damage. And then next turn I get to go Mystic Discovery. Or Mystic Charter Course. Yeah, for sure. Seems pretty appealing. I agree. Mystic creates some blockers whilst the Drake tries to kill them. Alright, they spent their turn lava axing us, which is actually pretty good, I guess. So I can either deal 1 more damage, or I can draw a guaranteed extra card off the Charter Course. I guess I'm going to draw an extra card. Because I want to dig his... Yeah, I think I'm just going to draw the extra card and miss out on 1 damage. It's not too sad. And we're just looking to find a Clarion as soon as possible so we can gain some life off this Drake. Until then, the Mystic's going to make loads of blockers for us. We're not in the worst position, but it could be bad. It could go wrong for us at some point. Our Discovery could be +3 damage. You're right. That's a big selling point on the Discovery. It speeds up the clock by a lot. That's a very good point. The old Mystic Clarion combo deck. Discovery. Let's have a look-see. Yard both of those. So I get to go Lava Coil, your Chain Whirler, swing for a bunch, make an Enigma Drake. And then they're just dead next turn, right? Save Seal away for Phoenix. That is a good point. Oh, say... Yeah. Honestly, it's possible we're meant to not kill the Chain Whirler so that we can Lava Coil a Phoenix. Though I guess we might just be able to push past the Phoenix anyway at this point. Hopefully they can't kill my Crackling Drake. If they can't, this op should kill them. Awesome. Game 3. God, Frenzy is scary, huh? Unsurprising statement of the year goes to. Guess we just run this back. Dive down them before, maybe. They do have a lot of Lava Coils. Keeping a Drake in play is important. Just like not sure what we trim is the problem. I don't really want to go below 2 Niv-Mizzets because they also play around Lava Coil nicely. This is fine. Shock for an early threat, and then we can dig for some stuff to do. Oh, maybe cut a Charter Course. Yeah, just cut some of the slow cantrips, considering the matchup's pretty fast. That could be good. I actually don't hate that idea. Clarion is nice. I think I'm just gonna play this tapped and save some life here, rather than fire off my opt a bit earlier, or hold up shock. I think this is fine. Pyromancer, sure. So I can dig for the white source for Clarion, or I can just shock plus opt. Which is also fine. I guess it's not like we have the Clarion now, we can pair a Clarion with a Drake later or whatever. I'm going to start with an opt, because if we find a white source, I'll probably sit on the shock. To have Clarion next turn. Yeah, now we can just build towards Clarion next turn, I think. Get down our tap land. Yeah, this is great. Take some damage for it, but we get to 2 for 1 with them with the Clarion, catch ourselves up really nicely. Right. Obviously they're building towards a frenzy turn, but yeah, I agree. Taking 2 to save a shock is good. Whoa. Interesting. Kinda just want to cast the Drake. It's pretty bad if they have a Lava Coil. I could also just like kill this, dig for a dive down. I'm not like 100% about this. Map is very good with Frenzy, that's true. Okay, so now next time we can go Drake plus Shock. If we draw a dive down, we can even play the smaller Drake. Nice. Right, their board is just not very scary at the moment. It's great for us. So they have 0 cards in hand. So I think I kind of want to like play the smaller Drake, Lava Coil, the Chain Whirler, hold back so I can block their attackers. And then next turn we can start digging for a Clarion for the combo. I don't think getting in free damage matters much compared to saving a bit of life. The other option is we just cast another Drake next turn. Oh my god. Yeah, we could dig for the combo. I kind of just want to cast another Drake and shock this, though. This just seems great. It's like, I have so many Drakes in play. Can I attack with 1 Drake? I think I can. If I attack with 2 Drakes, they're dead next turn. But honestly, if I attack with 1 and they don't have a Lava Coil, they're probably dead too. It's really tempting to attack with both. I put them to 12. Then even if they kill 1 Drake, they still die, right? It's really hard for them to kill us. It's not like they're drawing an extra card of Treasure Map next turn. They're only getting a Scry. Sure. Doesn't even do anything. I guess they could now go like land, Lava Coil with the Frenzy. Pretty unlikely. I just say no blocks, right? They can't kill me from here. I guess they could go triple Wizard's Lightning. See you, Selene. Have a good day. It was good having you here. It's really tempting just to not block. I go to 9. It's so hard for them to kill me. It means, like, shock plus Lava Coil doesn't stop me killing them. You think we block? I guess, even if we don't kill them next turn, they're almost certainly dead because we're casting a new Drake. That's, like, kind of fair. I'm unsure. Sure. One Drake down. So they need a Lava Coil to kill another one now. Even then, we're still just like representing very easy lethal the turn after. That's fair, Lewin. They'd have to go like lightning, which is really improbable, right? So it's possible I'm just like not meant to block on that basis. I feel like their lines are pretty narrow regardless. I'm probably not meant to block though. I'm probably not meant to block, if we're being honest. Easy 2-0. Deck is great. Niv-Mizzet. Parun. Confirmed the best. Oh, that's true, seeing quotes. That's a good point. Shock also works there. Yeah, Surveil is so much better than Scry in this deck, right? With the Drakes and the Beacon Bolts. For sure. Just gonna be 2 seconds. No match, what? Alright. Is this gonna be another classic 3-0 into 3-2? The only way to live? Looks like a different deck. Looks like the same deck, in fact. Well, this is pretty slow in this matchup. I might just Trotter Course instead. Jeez. That's a lot of dive downs. Yes, I'm just ditching a dive down, since I already have one. Azcanta at least helps dig for my white source for this Clarion. I just said this is their 3rd Drakes matchup in a row. I can believe it. This deck is these decks are popular at the moment online. That is so good. No one can ever beat a 10-4 for 4 that draws a card for some reason. Alright. Come on, opponent. Just lightning us twice. Yep. Get in with the 2-2. Seems decent. You really want to try out the Aaron's Phoenix list? Yeah, that list looks really strong. Agreed. Looks very well tuned. Alright, I kind of want... Like, Niv-Mizzet's good, I feel like I want a white source instead for this Clarion. Nice. Am I Draking first or Clarioning first? If I Clarion first, I get to go Drake with Dive Down next turn, which is pretty nice. If I Drake first and it lives, I get to gain life though. I think I'm just gonna Clarion. I have 2 more of them in my deck I can dig to gain life. Being able to go Drake plus Dive Down is really nice. Yeah, I think Izzet Phoenix is secretly one of the very best decks in the format, to be honest. I think the deck is just excellent. What am I meant to do with this Drake? I already have 2 Drakes in hand. They're going to dig me towards more things to do as well. I almost want to ditch this and just dig for Clarion as much as humanly possible. Might be incorrect. Also like digs for cantrips, which makes these Drakes better. Do I think the Grixis version of this deck with Connive Concoct to get back Niv or Drake is good? I've not looked at that list. I've not seen that list, honestly. So I can't really comment on it. It doesn't sound terrible just because Connive is very good against the white weenie deck, right? It's basically like having your Entrancing Melodies in your deck pre-board. Resolves. Having this Dive Down here is so good. Jeez. I'm just going to be greedy and block the Chain Whirler. I have Dive Down, which should be good enough. Gonna play another Chain Whirler? No, just nothing. Wow. That's so absurd for us. Alright, get to swing with one of these. This might be a greedy attack if they have another haste creature. They don't have that many haste creatures in their deck though, and I do need to get in damage. Just turn this corner. Yep. Corner is officially turned. I mean, we could still die to burn, right? They have a lot of reach in their deck. We need to find Clarion, really, at this point. I'm tempted just to dive down now, just to use my mana, and try and pump the Drakes. As much as possible. I don't know if that's good or not, but... Right, dump this in the yard. Flip Azcanta. So these are currently 5 power, so we have 6, 7, 8, so we're 1 spell away from killing them. So I guess we just start with this. Graveyard. Graveyard. Charter Course. Nice. Graveyard. Lava Coil this. Kill you. Yeah, that is lethal. This deck is great. Jeez. This is a treat. Okay, opponent drew pretty bad. They drew 6 lands in their top 14. It's not ideal for the mono red deck. Run similar boarding to last time, I guess. This is what we did last time. It felt pretty good. Oh, we also brought in the Murmuring Mystic. I'm not actually sure the Mystic is good against the Chain Whirler deck. It doesn't die to Lava Coil though, which is like the big selling point. I think Search for Azcanta is pretty bad against them, so... Casual 18 damage. It's actually like 24 or something. Because of the shock, right? 22 or 24. It also blocks Chain Whirler fine, that's true. That is very, very valid. Okay, we do not have a Clarion in hand, which makes this a bit scarier. Not a bad draw. So I just want to get this down and hold up my shock. The other option is a Lava Coil or something now. I kind of want to save this for a Chain Whirler or a Phoenix or something though. Oh, maybe I meant to do this now, because currently they can Wizard's Lightning, which they couldn't before. We like know we're 100% killing this anyway. Yeah, that was pretty bad. That was pretty bad. Just like letting them fire off their Wizard's Lightnings easily. Not that it changes too much, but... Ooh. That tech. Diathlete Daredevil tech, yo. Making my Enigma Drake an 0-4. So rude. Uh-huh. So we get to Lava Coil one of these and Discovery. We do need another blue source for this Drake, so I'm tempted to keep just both of these, honestly. I'm not sure I'm like terribly excited about the COA, but... Okay, so going to 9. It's been a while since I've seen that card. That's terrifying. Obviously just taking 4, because whatever 3 cards they draw are probably worth more damage than that, but... Alright, I guess they're gonna get to Ancestral next turn. Not ideal. already through 2 Lava Coils. I'm just going to chart a course and cast my Drake. Try and dig to set up Niv-Mizzet. So that we can end this game quickly. Since we do not really have time. Hey there, Definitely Guilty. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. So with the Drake to block some damage, if they flash back the risk factor, they're at least not developing their board this turn. I'm happy you get to catch my stream too. I imagine that is the case, Prince, but we can but hope. Like, we can still just draw a Clarion to gain loads of life, right? And Niv-Mizzet does end things quickly if they brick. Opponent deciding what to do, whether they can afford to take time just to draw 3 cards. All right. Alright, I'm gonna go for the greed play. Because I think it gives us the best shot at winning. I've heard about that Ace and Deuce. I'm actually gonna look into that before my next stream. Heard it's pretty good. Sure. Alright, we're dead to a Wizard's Lightning next turn if they have one. Which I assume is their plan. Yep. Really close though. If we had 1 point of life more, we probably win that. Yeah, they didn't risk factor us because they were setting up this Prince. Just run this back, I think. They are really burn heavy. I almost wonder if I want to change things against their build at all. I don't know what changing things would look like, but I don't think I'm interested in negates. I could honestly see cutting the seal aways against their build. Where they're just all in on like the risk factor plan. Bring in like the 4th dive down or something, I don't know. That doesn't seem exciting. Yeah, the cards we're boarding in aren't very exciting, right, Prince? Agreed. I can see a world in which the Legion Warboss is actually like, you know, trades with a lightning strike and just buys us time, but that seems kind of bad. Has the white felt worth it? It's been like fine. Hasn't felt amazing. A lot of the time Clarion has felt very close to just like fiery cannonade. I'm still not entirely sure how I feel about it. You get some games where this is like absurd though, for sure. It's probably going to be very good this game. Right. Happy we found something to do this turn. Just Clarion them next turn. Both of these are pretty reasonable. We do need to dig for land drops. So I kind of want to ditch the Drake and keep this so I can dig for lands after I've Clarioned. Having as many Drakes as possible is really appealing too, though. I'm just going to keep both, but I'm not convinced that's correct. Torch Carrier is pretty cheeky. There's definitely been a 1-1 for 1 so far. Alright, this is a good Clarion. You kind of want to set up Drake into Clarion. I just think if they Lava Coil us, that's just so rough. We're just like taking a bunch of damage. I think this is going to be a good enough Clarion, just like with 2 more removal spells in hand to follow up. Alright, that's a great draw. So now I can shock this and dig with my discovery. I could also just gain life with the COA. Just get to be on 17 against 3 cards in hand. And start making Drakes next turn. Feels really aggressive using a removal spell on this. I don't think it's bad though. Sure. Just like being on 17 on turn 4 just seems absurd, right? With an empty board. A bunch of Drakes in hand. Even if we're using our removal aggressively. I could use both of these in the same turn. Instead of casting this, this gives me more info for this, but I guess this uses our mana more nicely. Graveyard, and I think I'm going to keep this on top. We just have such a fast clock. We're going to start chewing through Lava Coils, I guess, but we have to get through them somehow. I would admit, this game was a very good argument in favor of Clarion. And you do have these points in the game where it's just like if you ever draw a Clarion, you feel like you can't lose because you just lifelink your Drake and gain 4. Which is like a good argument for them as well. Just 100% casting this, finding more info before I cast my opt. Bottom. That's not bad. I'm a little bit ill. Guilty, not too much. It's like mostly gone away. We're in a very good position here. We could still lose, but like they could go risk factor. Maybe we take 4, and then like brick on a draw step. I don't know, Lewin. I think the idea of COA is it's good against the Danto Vanguard. It, obviously this game it's way worse, right? If it had been a Justice Strike this game, we'd just have lethal next turn. We'd have 6 to them, and then we'd have 14 set up with this dive down. So this game has been substantially worse than one of those spells. So, like, being able to answer a Danto Vanguard with it is nice, but there is a very real downside to this. I can see that downside just being too big. Is this deck as good without Arclight? Honestly, I've not played the Arclight version very much yet. So, I cannot comment. It is nice that without Arclight you get to play more spells, which makes your Drakes better, but Arclight Phoenix is an incredibly powerful card, right? Seeing modern play even. So not getting to play that card is sad. Yeah, they're pretty different decks. This deck feels a bit slower to me. Getting to play so many dive downs is nice too. You don't get to play many copies of this card with Arclight Phoenix in your deck, because you need most of your spells to be things that can be cast proactively to return the Phoenix, whereas in this deck, you get to play a lot of these because you're just not worried about returning Phoenix proactively. What would I play at GP Milwaukee tomorrow? Personally, I'd probably play green-black. I suspect some sort of Drake deck is the best choice. However, I also think the green-black decks are very, very good. I probably wouldn't touch anything other than those two decks, personally. If I wasn't playing green-black, I would want Crackling Drake in my deck. That makes sense, Lewin. I think part of it is, at the moment you really want Enigma Drakes because they're so good against the white decks, right? I'm not jumping on the Boros train. I played that deck on stream earlier. I hated it. I think the deck's fine. I think Boros is a very reasonable deck. I think people are going to be pretty prepared for it, and I just personally don't play aggro very much, but I think Boros is fine. I would want heroic reinforcements in my deck if I was playing it though. I think heroic reinforcements is really important for that deck. Oh, I'm glad my green black list has been treating you so well. That makes me really, really happy to hear. How do you think this matchup is against green black? Honestly, couldn't say. I'd be curious to see. I suspect this list is worse against green-black than just a Phoenix deck, but very hard to say. I almost want to let them draw free. Like, they're just dead in 2 turns. We have dive down protection. Like, we could conceivably die if we let them... Yeah, I agree, Shop. I agree. It feels weird, but I think I'm fine with letting them draw free here. Because the 6 they can claw away at, whereas I think they're going to struggle to claw away at 10 with only 4 mana, potentially. Jeez, that's tough, Grim. Good luck figuring it out. Four mana, the max damage is 11. Yeah, so it's like pretty tough for them to get there. Alright, hopefully we win this. Opponent's certainly not in an easy position here. Because if the Seal Away was a spell, we wouldn't be in this position, they'd just be dead, but... yeah, they can't use all the cards anyways, right? Just don't have time. At some point we will win this match, I assume. This is the downside to not having arena rope, right? Awesome. Now 3-0. Let's not make this the second league in a row of 3-0 into 3-2. Okay. That's a lot of damage. I mean, they did Ancestral, so it makes sense. Alright, I'm going to be back in a minute. I'm going to quickly head to the bathroom, and then we're going to finish off this league. As, finish off the stream. Really enjoying the stack, so looking forward to it. Back in a moment. Alright. Alright, return. Let's hop in to our fourth match with Jeskai Drakes. Deck is sweet. Have I thought about Tarmotron at all recently? I played it in Atlanta. I didn't do very well with it, sadly. I don't know. I'm not super high on Tron at the moment. Format feels a bit fast for that deck currently. Which is sad. I enjoy Tron way too much. But Also, I think the green-black X matchup is way worse for Tron now. I think it's no longer a free roll, it's actually like pretty close. And obviously a lot more people are playing green-black X because of the trophy, so I'm not a huge fan of Tron currently, sadly. As much as it's like one of my favorite decks in Modern to play. Looking to Infect in Modern. Infect seems pretty sweet right now. I'm sure if I keep talking to Aaron, eventually I'll be tricked into playing some Infect. Imagine he will have that influence on me at some point. Infect does seem very fun though, I agree. Alright, this hand's fine. One of us, oh my god. Ooh, this is the Path of Discovery deck, right? The green-white deck? I actually kind of want this. I'm scared of Ixalan's binding from their deck. So I think I do need a dive down at some point. And I can use the discoveries to dig for lands. Now I also need to find a Lava Coil for a Wild Growth Walker. I need a lot of things here. Graveyard top. So now I can do Opt plus Discovery in the same turn. Good use of my mana. Alright, no Wild Growth Walker, thank God. Drew a Beacon Bolt to deal with a Wild Growth Walker too, which is nice. I can actually cast Drake here, right? I can't Binding this turn. And then I have Dive Down up for the rest of the game. I guess they could have a Tribunal, but I'm not too sad about that. So it uses up their whole turn. We get to untap and continue developing our mana. Yeah, I agree, Sharp. Getting a Drake down underneath removal seems great. Strong agree. Right. Opts. Probably shocking that Llanowar Elves. I really want a land here. I guess I don't need a second Drake. I can just bottom this. Alright, I'm gonna shock, and then I'm gonna pass with dive down up, and I can opt end of their turn depending on what they do. But I want to get my clock going. Sure, resolves. Huh. Well, guess what's coming next turn? Let's try and find a land here. Honestly, they're dead in 2 turns regardless, so it doesn't change much, but... Oh boy. I just don't see how we lose if we find a land, though. I'm gonna bottom this. Might be wrong. I don't think it really matters, though. I guess they could lose to a Wild Growth Walker. But this is still in my graveyard, so I can still flash it back when needed. Now I'm going to tap up for a binding, and then we're going to kill them. Same thing. Cool. I assume this is not a Niv-Mizzet matchup, the binding Vivian deck. I kind of want to trim on these a bit. Maybe trim all of them, I'm not sure. I'm worried we're too low on win cons if I trim all of them, but I think Search is probably pretty bad. I think Clarion is important. Beacon Bolt seems important, as does Lava Coil. Wouldn't mind some amount of this stuff. Does Negate hit all the things that Stroke hits from the deck? I guess the only thing it doesn't hit is the 1/4 Tristani. So anything Negate hits, but Negate doesn't hit the Stroke, Negate hits that Stroke doesn't. I don't believe so. So I guess Stroke is just better. Bring in Research as a win con. Research feels really slow against their deck, I think. That's my concern. I think I just want to be all in on the dive down plus Drake plan against them. What do I think of Detective Pikachu? So my response to Detective Pikachu was, why? And also, I need this. Kind of in synchronicity. It's like both those phrases at once. I'm definitely watching Detective Pikachu. Do they play History? They don't. They're on the green-white Path of Discovery deck. They run like Wildgrowth Walker, Path of Discovery, bunch of Explore creatures, Tristani, March of the Multitudes. This is so stupid. Also, here's my money. Exactly, Bobbin. Exactly. I guess I'm running it like this. I'm not entirely convinced about the setup. I just don't feel like Niv-Mizzet's very good against the Vivian binding deck. Kind of hard to set up. I also think they might just have the long game in this matchup regardless. So I'd rather try and get them dead with my Drakes. Like, their deck is built to be good in the long game. It's basically what it does. Alright. Please no Wildgrowth Walker. Thank you. Mystic could be good. That's a good shout. I could see Mystic being good. Yeah. I could see Mystic being good just for that reason. I think it actually plays reasonably against them too. Against their removal. Oh, do we have 61 cards somehow? We do. Wow. Professional Magic player. Apparently. Oh my god. Goodbye Dive Down. Or Clarion. I guess they could take Clarion too. I assume the Dive Down's going though. Interesting. They're hoping to set up a Wildgrowth Walker through our Clarion. Exactly, Kay. That's exactly what happened. It's a lot of work, Kay, for sure. Yeah, that makes sense, Lewin. That makes sense. Wow, they're just running out the Wildgrowth without an Explore trigger. That is surprising. I mean, I have to kill it, so... Obviously they have a plan here. They're probably going to find them back. Interesting. Cast my Drake. You can't stop watching. It's a good trailer. Guilty. It is quite good. It's delightful, one might say. Land. Thank you. Lands are so good. How are lands this good? What did we do to deserve lands? There's a lot of stuff we can't really beat here. Huh. They don't have Fine Broker. They're only like splashing black for Duress and Fine Finality. I'm kind of tempted to Discovery and just hope they don't have removal so I can represent lethal for next turn. Can I kill them next turn anyway? I put them to 16. I can possibly just kill them next turn anyway. I think I'm attacking. Aw, thank you, Temperance. Thank you so much. I appreciate the continued support. Thank you for resubbing as a Knight of Autumn. It means a lot to me. Everyone get some hearts in chat for Temperance. Say thank you for the resub. How do I find Discovery in the deck without Electromancers? Oh, it's just absurd. Preordain's just like really good when you're trying to assemble a bunch of cards together, right? It's very, very good. It's also good at pumping Drakes on like the turn when you go to kill your opponent. I think Discovery is just amazing in this deck. Honestly, I kind of want the fourth Discovery in the deck. I'm kind of surprised there isn't a fourth one. It's a bit strange to me. Yard top. Fire off the opt. Dive down is nice. Dive down is excellent. Alright, both of these go to the yard. Give me something good. What am I doing? So I can attack them for 8 down to 8. They gain 4 up to 12. And then I have 10, 11 in hand. So like any spell kills them. Or I can hold this back as a blocker, in which case I don't have lethal next turn. I'm unsure. I'm unsure if I meant to cross my fingers for lethal next turn. The thing is that I'm not drawing a spell. I'm already through a lot of the lands. There's like a decent chance I draw a creature instead, in which case Velocity kills them. Basically, I'm making like 2/3 of my deck live to kill them. Probably over 2/3. I guess counter spells don't kill them. I'm gonna jam. I think they have enough scary draws in their deck that I can't deal with. Like March of the Multitudes and such, that there is some amount of incentive for me just trying to like get them dead for next turn. That is not actually true. Removing the velocity from my oh wait, no, you're correct. Because it would also pump the yeah. So it's basically just land that doesn't kill them. Everything else does it. Alright. That is lethal, I believe. Unless I am sorely mistaken. Attack you with my 12/8 haste hexproof. Can't be hexproof flyer. Nice. Easy 4-0. This deck is fire. This deck is such fire. Let's get this 5-0. I need it. I need this 5-0. I need this trophy. This trophy life. Oh my god, Niv-Mizzet, yo. Niv-Mizzet is a card that they chose to print. Why didn't I play this at the PT? I wasn't aware this existed at the PT, guilty. Drakes of Clarion is just like, kind of great. I think the Clarions have been good. I think I have liked the Clarions. Overall. I don't know that they're better than Phoenixes, but it lets you play a very different game plan, which is nice. You get to play a lot slower. Phoenix kind of forces you to be proactive a lot of the time, it feels like. You also get to play lots of dive downs, and that card has been A+ for us. Like, the dive downs have been incredible. And you just don't get to play that many dive downs when you have Phoenix in your deck, because you need to, like, try and return the Phoenix somehow. You didn't expect it. No one did, like... No one thought this, like, uncastable magic card would be quite so absurd. But here we are. Just like one of the best cards in Guilds of Ravnica, right? One of my teammates likes to say that Niv-Mizzet combos with the rules of the game, which is just like great. Card is somehow easier to cast than Chupacabra. I mean, you're kinda right. You're kinda right, somehow. Match 5. Let's get this 5-0. 5-0 would be delightful. Interested in a 5-0. Alright. We are going third, but I think this is a keep. Streamer Showdown. Oh, I didn't know this person streams. Cool. Okay, they missed their land drop. Great. Like it. Love going third. Going third's great. Missing land drop's not so great. Honestly, a bit tempting to discard land and keep the velocity. Lands are great though. Whatever, we'll be fine. This is certainly a way to get the 5-0. Apparently. I don't feel like I earned it, but... Fret. Right. Grumble, grumble, grumble. I did discard Odyssey land. Ooh. That's scary. The time is of the essence. Alright. I guess I just want to fire off these discoveries. Drake is great. Now I get to go Hasty Drake next turn. Graveyard. I think this goes to the graveyard too. I don't know what sets my lands are from, but they're pretty great lands. I'm a fan of them. Nice draw. I kind of just chose like the nicest looking lands I could find on Modo. Alright, we have this dive down to protect our kill. I don't know if we have lethal next turn. We're going to be pretty close. This makes 8. Mirage Islands, okay. Regardless, they are very pretty islands. I'm a fan of them. Right, that makes it lethal. That definitely makes it lethal. Oh my god. Your creatures gain lifelink until end of turn. That's hilarious. Are they gonna Savage Stomp? Alright, we no longer have lethal, alas. So I guess we just fire off this Opt to start. And we can Bacon Bolts. This is the dinosaur deck from the PTQ. Yeah, I think I saw it briefly. I didn't look at the list that closely though. When I saw it, I just sort of shrugged at the notion of playing dinosaurs. Sure, they're gonna beat me 2 games in a row now though. How do we kill an X5? I feel like we can't kill X5s. It's kind of awkward. Oh, that's like a bit awkward, right? You kill X5s by reducing your opponent to 0. Good strat. I kind of want to keep in some number of Clarions. This is like a life gain spells. Oh, Beacon Bolt. Good point. That definitely helps a bit. Something like this. I'm tempted by the Murmuring Mystic too. It can like block a bunch of stuff. We just have like a bunch of mediums in the deck. Yeah, Clarion's just lifelink fruit versus them. I'm gonna keep in a couple copies still anyway, but I don't know, it doesn't seem great. Research seems so slow. I guess it kills X5s. It kills X5s incredibly slowly though. I think I'm kind of off the idea. I don't know. Bit of sideboarding at random. I feel like the lifelink is more relevant than like a bunch of other stuff in our board though. I guess Lava Coil kills the 3/4. Have we discovered the secret nightmare matchup? I imagine not. I imagine this is not the nightmare matchup, but oh, it's fine. Opponent's just gonna commune with dinosaurs and brick again. Ooh, thanks, George. I should take a look at this list. So they have Llanowar Elves, Vanilla 2/5 for free, Thrashing Bronzedon, Raptor Alpha, Carnage Tyrant. Interesting. Thanks for the link. Appreciate it. So I guess Lava Coil's not the worst versus them. Maybe I'm meant to keep in more of those. That card is utterly terrifying for us. Somehow. Yeah, Reggie could be a problem. I'd agree with that assessment. Reggie is large. I kind of want to ditch both of these, just grow my Drakes as fast as possible. And then I'm just going to cast Drakes every turn for the rest of the game, right? That's the plan. Hey Paul, good to see you. Alright, so next time we get to shock ourselves to cast the Drake, and then we just cast Drakes every turn. That is really problematic. God, Scavenger is such a good card. I guess I'm going to keep in more of my Lava Coils and Shocks. There are Scavengers too. Quite rude, Gabroff. Quite rude. Agreed. Alright, they aren't casting the Alpha, which is a relief. Might mean we're about to see like 4-5 into Savage Stomp. Maybe Niv is too slow. I could see that being the case. Like, their deck is very aggressive and it has a lot of threats we struggle to kill, right? Guess I'm casting my Crackling Drake. I struggle to see how this could ever be good enough here. But I'm gonna hold back this to block the 3/3. Maybe Dinosaurs is just broken. Maybe. They revealed a Regisaur Alpha, yep. Currently the Clarion looks like not complete garbage. Can't deal with big toothy boys. Can't deal with like X5s, right? Ripjaw Raptor is problematic for this deck. It feels like. Okay. Don't know what I'm drawing to here. I guess Clarion. Clarion would... Oh, this just leaves me dead. I can jump. What happens if I trade this and draw a Clarion? I take 11. Then I kill everything but this. Alright. Change of plans. Apparently we have to kill Death Gorge Scavenger. Alright, so we can bring the Shocks and Lava Coils back in. I guess Niv-Mizzet is just really slow here, huh? We just have to kill with our Drakes. So this is probably the plan. Hey Tab, good to see you. Sadly, I'm probably not going to be live for much longer. I think this is my final game of the evening. But still nice to see you briefly. In my defense, I've been streaming for about 7 hours so far. It's currently like 10 PM here, so... Right, on the play. Yes, this is a keep. Needs to draw a cantrip, but... I mean, that's what I'm trying, Kay. That's what I'm trying to do. Llanowar Elf? Commune, sure. What's the weekend stream expectation this weekend? There will be a weekend stream at some point. I'm not sure which day yet, but probably Sunday, because on tomorrow I'm planning on meeting up with my sister and nephew. So most likely it'll be on Sunday. And it'll be some sort of constructed, I imagine. Yeah, I am back in the UK now. The jet lag is mostly okay now. It was pretty rough for a couple days, but I think I'm back to normal. I'm like a tiny bit ill. I think I caught something at the PT in that regard, but the jet lag's fine now, which is nice. Some relief. Alright, we get to shock the scavenger and they don't even get true value. Nerd cooties, oh my god. Yeah, play most likely, yeah, that's possible. For sure. Get down my second Drake, just use my mana efficiently here. Awesome, another spell. So we get to shock this. Hoping they just have another scavenger so we can use these shocks nicely. Yeah, for sure, Tab. For sure. That is definitely the case. The curse of Magic tournaments. I'd love to draw Discovery next turn. Discovery would be excellent. Just like turbocharge these Drakes. Give us a very real shot. There's a Ripjaw. Alright, this is good too. I kind of want to cast it pre-combat. I don't really mind discarding a card. Getting the card in the yard for the Drakes is really nice. So now we can shock this and hold up Seal away. Could also shock them. They would take 8 to go to 10. Then we'd have like very real chance at killing them next turn. That's actually really tempting. Almost didn't have the mana for COA, almost. Almost messed that up. It's really tempting to shock them and just have outs to just kill them next turn. Might be overly aggressive. Yeah, I am racing for sure. It's not like guaranteed that the shock is going to do anything else, and if they have another scavenger, I have the Lava Coil for it, right? Odds of them having Lava Coil. They probably have a Savage Stomp if they have anything, but they didn't Savage Stomp off the Death Gorge scavenger. Okay, they did have a Lava Coil. Yeah, it hits Death Gorge, but at this point there's nothing else I really care about hitting with it. Speeding up the clock is worth a lot. There's the Death Gorge. It's fine, we get to Lava Coil that. It's not too concerning. Nice. Another Drake is also great. Kill this. So I'd love to seal away the Ripjaw, but again, I think I just want to represent lethal for next turn. Force them to keep having answers. This makes Savage Stomp a bit scarier, but I think if they had had that, they would have just taken out both Drakes whilst we were tapped out, so... Hivemind is on form tonight. God, they do have the Savage Stomp? Okay, just a coil. Sure. I have to see all the way for their Raptor, so we're currently winning the race. It's pretty nice. Lifelink, draw a card. Okay. This is mistapping. This is probably mistapping. Graveyard. I'm not sure how I feel about this. I guess this is fine. I'm definitely sealing away this turn as the thing. This means that any spell swings the race in my favor, though. So I think I'm going to keep it. It's not amazing, but I think it's good enough. I mean, it means it gives us one less look at, like, a dive down or another cantrip just to keep digging through the deck. So there is some downside to keeping this, but I think it's good enough to keep. It's definitely the sort of thing that could swing a race for us. Rootbound Crag, deal. Sold. Please no Regisaur. So I go to 5. I have to hope they don't have another dinosaur in hand somehow. That's pretty good. Jeez. That's amazing. That means their dinosaurs don't get haste next turn. That's like, yeah, it's basically the perfect draw, right? It's a very, very good draw. It might have been the actual perfect draw. Like, watch them slam another Regisaur. I mean, we still live through that, right? Doesn't do enough. Eep. Duh. A bird token and a dream. Come on, I need this 5-0. I think they conceded. Their timer's stopped. Oh my god, yes. Easy 5-0. Easy 5-0. You just gotta believe in the Parun, right? You just gotta believe in Niv-Mizzet to carry you through. Easy. I guess we found the best deck in Standard. If I can trophy with it. Oh my gosh, that was great. Oh, thank you so much, Temperance, for the big cheers. That means a lot. Thank you so much for the support. Oh my gosh. This deck is hype. I'm going to be playing more of this deck this weekend, I think, on stream. I enjoyed this, like, way too much. This deck is so sweet. Jeskai Drakes OP. It's gas, health, and gaming. It is pure fire. Just like, getting to play so many Niv-Mizzets and so many dive downs in the same deck feels really busted against the slower decks too. And then against the faster decks, you have the sweeper to lean on. Alright, that was great. Oh my